Hello and welcome back to the Jumpcast. I'm Max, and I'm here with my two co-hosts, Max and Nick.
Hello.
Hello.
I just
Today,
waved at my camera even though it's not on.
oh
I
yeah.
feel like an idiot right now.
So today we are covering chapter 252 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Um, it is episode 58. Yes, it is 58. I definitely
Mhm.
always remember that every time. Um, and things are getting heated, so I'm gonna pass it over to you, Nick, for the recap.
Sounds good. The start of chapter 252 is actually still on the situation on the fight with sUkUnA. Um, the first perspective is outside of Yuta's barrier where Kusakabe and Ino, that's his name, are talking. They pointed out that Yuta during that whole interaction or like the whole fight with sUkUnA, he had been moving the coordinates of the domain, so just basically moving it over to a more ideal spot in order to get a surprise attack in on him. uh Kusakabe and Ino are just explaining that like we're that in the worst case scenario that Yuta doesn't finish off sUkUnA right there, they had a backup plan where he would let everyone know by breaking open the domain and having Maki jump in there as being the next strongest in the group to go fight sUkUnA. Um, but yeah, we just get banter between the two of them, and then it's like we should have sent more people into the domain. Apparently, Choso was also supposed to be there. Kusakabe is like, no, that would destroy the surprise attack. We can't have anyone else go in there. We need Maki to go in there. And like nobody else can match her. Like, who can match a special grade sorcerer right now? And Ino thinks to himself, like, oh, Kusakabe could, but he's just being lazy. Um, so yeah, we see Maki ready up. She's in like a runner's stance, and then everything goes according to plan. The domain breaks. Um, Maki gets a stab in on the with the soul split katana on sUkUnA. As we see, Yuta got chopped in half, but Rika quickly picks him up and takes him to Ui Ui, most likely for Shoko to heal him. It's also set up that the soul split katana was in the domain, or like maybe Rika was holding on to it, just because of the whole thing that it Maki's invisible. She has to go into a domain without like a curse tool or anything, or that will be recognized as like an object or like a cursed spirit or something. Um, sUkUnA talks about, oh shit, dude, I I got goofed. They pranked me. Um, and the wound that he got from the soul split katana is healing slower because it dealt damage to the soul. So while sUkUnA can observe the contours of the soul, he's not used to doing reverse curse technique to heal that. So he's currently just pushing on by pumping curse energy through his body to pump his blood. We then see Yuji, who also didn't take that bad damage, excuse me, compared to Yuta. As he tries to go in and fight again, falls over, he's coughing up blood. Choso, in his big bro moment, is just like, "Hey, you haven't been healing everything right. You got to take a second, feel your body, feel that kidney you're missing, and heal it." Um, and then it just cuts back to sUkUnA versus Maki. We get some really good action panels, particularly the one that I like is sUkUnA grabbing onto Maki's sword midway in a jump, and she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna throw him around then," and just bashes him into the ground and throws him at a building. Um, we also, uh, just another thing to highlight, we see Maki um, dodge a world-cutting slash. She hears the chant and has the reaction time to look uh, and dodge it. sUkUnA points out that she's able to perceive the slashes that sUkUnA can dish out because most of the time they're just invisible. And she mocks him for having to pump his blood with curse energy. And he just kind of brushes it off. And then we get another POV switch to Hakari versus Urame, where they're taking a look at the situation of sUkUnA and saying, hey, his curse energy is kind of dwindling. At least Hakari's saying that and saying, we're going to win this. it's kind of just bound to be, and Arame is like, no, he's actually not at his full power. He is not interested in you freaks. And that's the end of the chapter.
God, that ending.
What do you guys think?
It's so funny.
It's such a good panel.
Actually, you don't know, you don't understand how powerful my master is. My master is unbeatable, and he thinks that you guys are
Average
playthings.
warlock.
Literally.
Well, I was gonna say, like, she's being like the biggest glazer in all of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jesus.
For real. It
But,
caused,
yeah,
it
no,
caused a lot of stir in the power
Yeah.
scaling community about it.
My dad is stronger than your dad. He could beat the crap out of your dad.
my dad works for
He works at
Microsoft.
Nintendo. He works at
Yeah.
Nintendo. He's smarter.
No, I do like your Nick. I do like how you compared it to like a warlock with their patron. That is there's your bingo card checklist of the D&D reference.
Yeah, in one of these episodes.
Bingo.
But no, that's actually that is a really good reference. But so do you guys remember a few weeks ago? I think it was like a few weeks or a month ago, how there was that journalist or whatever at like Shonen Jump, and they saw the panel that
Yeah,
they blurred out.
that was
So
like
on
Wagner, yeah.
on page 5, bottom right, do you think, because I saw someone had the blurred image had like done like a dot, basically a dot painting of it, and it looks similar to this. Do you think that could be potentially what they could have been working on?
In my personal opinion, the only thing that like I haven't seen the censored page in a long time. But even then, I still don't think it's this one specifically because uh the people that read digitally, we all know that like if you look at the Maki versus the Zenin clan battle, there was some really rough drawings, like it wasn't fully sketched out. And this kind of looks like it's the same situation. This is like a rough draft. So I just don't think Gege would have a rough draft sitting around for like over a month and a half to be released. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't know if that would be the case.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You mean the switch in the art style?
No. So if you look at the Maki versus the Zenin clan fight, like specifically when like the youngest guy in uh the Hay, I think I could be wrong. I forgot the names of it. The youngest guy, he like did some sort of curse technique that freezed Maki. And there's like an eye above her, and it was just really rough styling. So like I'm sure I also thought of this at the time, like maybe it's some rough styling, but it definitely was just a rough drawing of the situation. If you look at the volume, I think, what is it, volume 16 or 17, excuse me, where it happens, like the physical volumes, it's cleaned up, it's prettier. That was just Gege being overworked and having to get the chapter out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you think
And especially with all the Sharpie.
Oh yeah.
Like thick.
I don't know. I kind of dig the thicker lines a little bit. Like I know it's not. Yeah, it's kind of like it's what I'd expect the art style of JJK to look like if like they were running really fast. Like the scene of Rika like sprinting off with
oh yeah,
body. It's kind of what I'd expect.
Yeah, I agree with
to
that.
look for like that bit, but
that's what I was thinking too.
I don't know. Maybe it is just Gege was rushed or whatever, but
I mean, like it could have also been if you look at page 3, he just spent all of his time just drawing Maki.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Look at that fine line detail, and then it's just like, oh shit, I forgot I gotta write the story.
I've got to write like 17 other pages.
Just out here loving them heavenly restricted characters.
They're the main characters. The main
True. Reach.
The true main characters.
They're so different and quirky. Quirky, haha.
I love this chapter. I I'm always happy to see Maki, and I'm so happy that she's somewhat keeping up with sUkUnA. I mean, like Arame said, like he's not going all out, but um, I'm just so happy that she can throw him around, and also like be. I that was the thing that I was hoping is that she'd be able to see the cleaves and dismantles with like the heavily restricted body.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes me so happy. And the other thing is that like she probably doesn't know that the other people can't see it.
Oh yeah, good
Like
point.
maybe she's just watching it the entire time, just like, oh wait, you guys haven't been able to dodge this shit, dude. Like, watch me bob and weave this shit.
Weave.
Weave?
I think it is really funny though that like sUkUnA does this thing where he's like, "I'm gonna grab your sword and I'm gonna tear it out of your hands," and then she just twists it and then he yeets him
She's like,
across.
nah.
Nah,
Well, like,
bitch, yeet. And gets
I know, like heavenly
flung.
restriction people are strong, but like sUkUnA is what, like almost 7 foot and like at least 300 pounds. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
in one-handed too. That's
True. Honestly,
impressive.
like even 400 because like
Yeah,
he has extra limbs
Yep.
like
and
at
extra
least
organs.
300. Yeah, three like
Yeah.
minimum. So
Yeah.
it's insane. So
It's just whack. It's so funny. Like,
it's
especially because
oh
her expression when he grabs it, like, oh, funny. Like you thought you you thought you had me, dude.
well, I feel like the heavenly restriction. Like a lot of the characters, like there's that smile they do, like
Mm-hmm.
that Toji was like always, not always, but he was smiling in a bunch of his fights. Maki's starting to do that. Like they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah, true.
So it's kind of nice to see that kind of carry over.
Yeah. Speaking on the complete opposite though, at the end of page 13, like on the bottom left, I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but like Gege loves drawing Maki with blank expressions sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, holy shit, did you just take this from another panel
It,
like back in the earlier volumes and put it
I
here?
was gonna say it looks like when like Yuta in Volume Zero does like the pure love thing.
Oh
That's what it
yeah,
reminds me of. Yeah.
but
So
yeah.
I mean, he
Um,
probably does.
yeah.
so.
Also, this is another thing that I want to point out. Do either of you guys think that sUkUnA and Hakari look too similar to each other from certain panels?
Yes.
Because like at the bottom of
Who in
page
Hakari?
16, sUkUnA, like fully formed sUkUnA, like at the
Oh,
bottom of 16, especially
oh
just
yeah,
they also got the same type of earrings and shit, dude. Like I
yeah.
know that they changed how he looked in page 17, but I swear his face looked like that during like the Kashimo fight.
No, yeah, that's it. Could be just Gege reusing assets. I mean, I
Yeah.
doubt
Or
he's
just like that's just
drawing from
how it's easy
scratch.
for him to
Yeah.
draw. Yeah. Um, but I just wanted to point that out because I looked at that and I'm just like, what's going on? I'm so confused. I read the lines. I know it's sUkUnA. I see the tattoos.
You're right. It's just somehow you still can tell the difference though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think it's like the tiny mustache that he's got.
Oh yeah, Hikari.
Yeah. And then also like his
Yeah.
it's the mustache, the eyebrows, and his hair, but even that's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Wow,
And that
that is
jawline though. I
it's
mean, they both got sick ass jawlines,
they
but
do.
sUkUnA is
Mhm.
definitely dominating.
It's actually kind of crazy how similar they look.
Yeah. What else? What else did you guys think about this chapter?
um, we're finally gonna get the ending to Arame and Hakari. Hope. I mean, maybe we'll see.
Yeah, we keep on jumping back and forth.
I mean, I just like to see the fight ended because I want to see if sUkUnA is gonna get some more help or our main cast is gonna get help. I just want to know
He's gonna be
for sure.
destroyed.
Yeah, I
I'm
really want
wondering
to
if.
see, huh?
Oh no, finish your line.
Oh, thanks. I really want to see. I just want to see the Hakari Arame fight, period, because we're just only getting little glimpses of it here and there, and I really want to see them fight because I feel like this matchup's really cool.
I agree. The thing though is that I think that I'm not trying to like downplay Hakari, but Hakari is just like the stalling technique for Arame.
Yeah.
Especially like because like with how everything's been written so far, like we keep on jumping back to their fight and it's just them at the same grounds. Like Hikari is like, I'm healing from all the ice damage I've taken, and Arame's like, I'm not taking that bad of hits, but I'm getting surprised sometimes. I do want to see the actual fight because I want to see Hikari beat someone with like actually laying the hands on them and not just being like, "Oh, binding vow," or I just outlived you curse energy wise. Because it's getting to the point that I think that like does Hakari need someone to step in? Like does Ino need to go in there and just like give her a few smacks or something?
Cut her throat or something. Just like hurry
Yeah,
up.
exactly. Bisector with the 7-3 katana, or not katana, but just blade.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Goofy. Oh, another small detail that I wanted to point out that I thought was really cool. We've seen illustrations of the soul split katana. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Just because I recently started, hey, new hyperfixation, LMAO. I started looking into Japanese knives because I want to actually have decent cutlery. Interesting fact about the katana, it's shaped, I don't know if other katanas are similar to this. I'm pretty sure they aren't, but if you look closely, if you see how the blade is, it looks like it's scarred. Like it almost looks like a burn victim. God damn it.
It's like a Damascus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that texture is specially hammered into like Japanese knives so that it, when cutting through, you know how when you cut a vegetable and if you just do like an up and down motion, it gets stuck to the knife and then like it gets everywhere.
Yeah. Oh,
that,
so to prevent that, it's to create.
Yeah, it creates little air pockets.
Exactly.
Basically.
So that it falls, so that the veggies fall off. And I think it's a cool note here because it is the soul splitter. So no soul gets stuck to the knife. Haha.
Hey,
I actually like that. That's
really good. Yeah.
Actually cooking with that one.
Thank you.
That's a cool little. Thank you, Mags. It's good. That's a little notice.
Yeah, I just think it's those little things are really cool with Jujutsu Kaisen, and I think that is a key part of this series being set apart from others, is that there is so much detail that is being put into this, and a lot of attention to the story and the characters. And you know, honestly, I have a feeling that Gege has lost, I don't know, 20 to 30 years off their lifespan just to make this.
Making this.
Going back to D&D references, he made a pact with a warlock. Instead of gaining like magic powers, he gained like writing ability. And like every time, like every 20, 30 chapters when there's a fight, he's like, hey, who's patron? Hey, can I give you like another 5 years of my life and to let me cook on this this fight?
Pretty please.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
Oh yeah, he's definitely lost a few. We've never seen Gege, but Gege probably like has aged terribly with like how much time he spent inside.
How many cigarettes he's probably smoking.
Or just like
what did you say, Nick?
Just like most mangaka are just like, oh damn. Like, bro, you told me you're 30? I thought you were 60. Like your age doubled from the sleep deprivation and everything like that.
Say, the only one that hasn't is the dude that wrote JoJo's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's a different beast though. Like he made a different pact. He's like, I already got the writing ability. I just need to live long enough.
No, bro
To
just
see
straight
it
up,
for real, yeah.
bro just straight up sold his soul at the get go just to get the ability to write until he dies.
Oh,
True.
So goofy.
no, it's so
Yeah.
goofy indeed.
I think, I mean, there's not much else that I really wanted to talk about other than the fact that, I mean, we joked about this at the beginning. Oh, well, two things. One, yeah, I find it interesting that sUkUnA has to use cursed energy to keep his heart beating, and then also the fact that he's still not taking the fight seriously. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah. We can go over that with like how Rame says like he's not taking it seriously, because also some people took that as like he wasn't taking it seriously with Gojo, and I think that's completely wrong. I think that he did take it seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why
yeah.
he set up so many countermeasures, like with Maharaga and like eating his old corpse to try to make up for that one finger's worth of strength.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, in this one, I can see that, like fighting everyone else, like the one thing that caught uh sUkUnA after the Gojo fight was Higuruma, because Higuruma had as much talent as Gojo,
Mm-hmm.
even to the ability that he could learn reverse curse technique. Um, but he quickly like destroy. It's like I don't know. He just destroyed that toy way too easily. He's just like, oh my God, brand new toy, so much potential. Rips it in half, and like, oh, that wasn't very fun.
It's
Aw.
like because there's dogs that know how to play with a toy,
Mm-hmm.
and there's ones that don't. And sUkUnA is the one that doesn't know how to play with a toy.
Right.
Like gets it,
Exactly.
instantly goes, instead of just chewing and squeaking it a bunch, it goes in and rips it apart, pulls out the squeak, and is like, well, like what do I do with it now?
True.
So,
And so then like with Yuta and Yuji, like just trying to dog on him, I think that like even then he was not that scared of what was going on, especially if he tanked that Jacob's ladder hit from last chapter. Like he was just sitting there taking the hits, just thinking, okay, how do I break out of this thing? Uh okay, world cutting slash.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wasn't even too concerned with Yuji breaking down the barrier that was built from the bath, which I think he fully well did that, and now sUkUnA has less control over the body, but he's still fighting as hard as he can.
Right.
I think it's mainly just because like Megami, like I don't want to do this no more.
I don't want to do this no more.
So yeah, I don't think that he's like the reason why I'm saying he's not going all out is because Maki's still alive at the end of this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what is it? Hakari and Arame are both right. Like Hakari did point out that like his curse energy is depleting, which is fair. It is. He even states it himself. But I think Arame is right in the fact that sUkUnA has something else up his sleeve. Like he's still got like Fuga, everything else like that.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen Black Box yet.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
fire arrow. I had hoped to see the fire arrows come out again.
Yeah. We still need to learn how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that Gege is just leaving that for when it's the Yuji versus sUkUnA one-on-one. Like when Maki's debilitated and taken out of the fight, and Hakari has beaten Arame, but also he's out of the fight. Like he can't jump in and help
Mm-hmm.
when it's just Yuji, and it's just like, all right, I gotta square up. I gotta do everything I got. So yeah, we've also talked about what each character is taken away from sUkUnA. I'm still trying to figure out what Maki is going to do because well, I don't know. Like I don't even think that Yuta took anything from sUkUnA. It was more that Yuji like whittled down his cursed energy a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see Maki cutting off his arms.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, taking it down to like 2 arms, and then because of the
Yeah,
katana, you can't heal him back.
Yeah, or like he's gonna be taking such a long time to heal it that he has to be like, okay, I gotta prioritize this fight before healing everything else.
Right.
Mhm.
Because like she already did it to his heart. So like I'm sure that next chapter, well, my theories for next chapter is that finally it's gonna be the Hakari versus Arame. We get to see that fight, but when it cuts back to Maki versus sUkUnA, that like she's gonna be able to get two arms off. And then like I don't want to see her take damage. But like maybe she takes like a regular slash and she's already out of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not like a world cutting slash. I don't want to see her lose any limbs because I know that she won't be able to heal that back up.
Right.
Um, so yeah.
She's probably gonna take a pretty heavy hit though.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing with Yuta. And like we don't know if reverse curse technique works on heavenly restricted bodies too. That's the other thing. Is that like it they pointed out before that curse energy, Maki's body is resistant to curse energy. That's why she's still alive now, because she took the hit from Jogo
Mm-hmm.
and is still walking. So like it's like this healing ain't working, this healing ain't working, what are we gonna do? So yeah. Or like maybe they cut off her hand. I don't know. I just don't want to see her take too much damage. Because I know that she can't heal out of all of them.
That is a good thing to bring up. I wonder how like Toji would heal after fights. Just suck it up, I guess.
Well, he could just sit there because they have like faster regeneration.
Right.
Because like she took that hit from Naoya, and it's just like give me 5 minutes and my organs will fix themselves.
It's like it seems like it's like an instinctual like reverse curse technique, but it's like you said, it's not as fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a good comparison for regen in like others like
Wolverine.
As you
yeah,
said,
but like
Wolverine,
a little bit
not as
slow.
fast. I'd say like the
Yeah.
if any of you guys have seen like the Space Marines from 40K, it's kind of like because they have like an auto regen feature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's another
it's
that I remember that where they could like heal their bones pretty quickly. Or like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a good depiction. He'll get his bones broken and like if he like waits a day or two, they heal.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's the same thing with Maki and Toji.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. He just breaks her back and just leaves her. Just like, all right.
Like from like Bane.
Yeah. Like Bane against Batman, just snap her back and like throws her away. I don't want to see that happen, but
be kind of funny though.
No. I mean, true. It would be like a little brutal, even just to see that. Like seeing you to get cut in half, I can take. Seeing someone's bones get snapped, ooh.
Oh no! There's something about like a bone breaking that's not.
Yeah, that's not sit well.
I go hoit.
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 Yeah. What do you guys think is going to happen next chapter?
Yeah, I think we're just going to be seeing that switch over to
the switch over officially.
Yeah, because I mean, at the very least, I really want to see that. Like, I really want to see that. Like, I want to see that so bad. And I also just want Gege to have a break from focusing on the main fight, so that maybe he can cook a little bit more. But I don't know if he has time to continue cooking, because I can see that this fight between sUkUnA and Maki getting stale kind of quickly, especially since Maki
she doesn't have that many tricks up her sleeve.
Yeah, she's just fast and strong, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but the problem there is then, okay, well, how does she have something that she's gonna pull out of her ass to just suddenly have the upper hand? I feel like it's very much, if she doesn't get those arms cut off, then she's taking a hit, and then sUkUnA all of a sudden decides to take the fight seriously. Like, that's the only way I could see that realistically playing out. So I really want Gege to have time to think about that and actually plan that out so that it doesn't feel like Maki or Yuta were wastes, because both are, I mean, special grade sorcerer Lamau and then heavenly restricted,
Humbled.
like, oh, okay, so they both just don't actually have real
It doesn't
effects.
mean anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that is like sUkUnA though.
Right, that's true.
Is that guy?
He is the strongest ever, technically.
The only thing that I could see that'd be a little bit different. I mean, like Maki's gonna be using the Soul Split Katana, but I'd love to see her just actually throw hands. That was like the other thing that was pointed out in her fight with Naoya, is that she needs to like let go of this use of curse energy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was her whole thing of like her awakening, fighting the sumo dude. Like she points out like a real G, aka Toji, would have thrown the sword at Naoya's like cocoon,
Right.
before he transformed. So it's like I'd love to see her fight that way. The other way that I'd love to see her fight is I don't know who would be able to bring in more curse tools, but just like have Ui teleport something new for her to use that like sUkUNA's like, oh wow, this is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And then like back to the Soul Split Katana, like the Dragon Bone for good example.
Yeah.
The first one that she had to use against her dad, like have both of those just like boom boom. It'd be so fun.
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Pruden, what do you think?
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go with a safe bet, similar to what you guys are thinking. I think Arame and Hakari's fight could be interesting, like, because even though it's ice, I think they could both be kind of like, it could honestly be like we were talking about, like Hakari is set up to fight her because it's a stalemate. Like he can stall. It seems like she can stall pretty good, and they're just stalling out because who knows, maybe what they're doing is just stalling out so Arame can't get in the fight to help sUkUnA again, so then they can stall sUkUnA, so sUkUnA, they have time to get maybe Yuta and maybe Hikaru, because it seems like they were able to get I don't know how badly Choso's injury was, but it seems like they were able to get him back pretty quick. He got get everyone healed up.
Yeah.
Kind of that thing with like, I'm gonna like put it like, in like the games where like you've like one person in your squad can like dies, and then they have a certain time. So like there's one person left. Like you're on. I'm gonna make like an Overwatch thing. Like, well, you have one person stuck on the your tank is stuck on the payload, holding it, while the other team keeps pushing it, and they're right next to the respawn point, so they just keep coming out. So just something like that, where it's just they're trying to stall just to get their DPSs and whatever their heavy hitters back out.
Trying to get their ult out or something. But yeah, that just reminded me that I would love to see in the fight between Arame and Hakari. Like I'm looking at this panel, like damn, that's a lot of jagged ice. I'd love to see him just break off a piece and just stab her with it.
That would be sick.
Use everything to his advantage.
Well, and I mean, she's got like some sort of ice orb looking thing. Like the only way I can put it is just, like
background.
reminds me of it's like reminds me of like an Uzumaki or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
I guess
we could still see this go a bunch of different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Wait, is it a break? No, we have a chapter next week. Yes.
Yeah, we got a chapter next week.
Yes. Let's go.
That's the hype.
I
know, right?
Yeah. God. Good. Break those fingers.
What I wanted.
Break those fingers.
Yes.
Develop carpal tunnel, all for the sake of my entertainment.
Please.
You create greatness, therefore you must suffer. God. Anyway. Thank you, Gay. We love you, even though we know that you're never going to hear us. We're sending good, positive vibes out into the universe towards you. Yeah. Thank you for. Oh Jesus. Thank you for being one of the real ones. One of the real. Anyway, enough glazing. Um, that's probably a good place to end us there. So
yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys all for tuning in again this week. This was episode 58. I definitely remember that. It was a fun chapter. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys join us next week because there is in fact a chapter next week, and we will be in fact recording next week. So be sure to stop by, and we hope that you have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is. This was the Jumpcast. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
And I just waved at my camera again. Damn it.